Hi and welcome to Watch the Time and my long-term review of the Dan Henry 1963. As you can see, I've got it running there. That's the chronograph is running, so that shows you the main second hand is the chronograph second hand timer, and then we've got a 1/10 of a second timer spinning there. That just spins for 30 seconds and then stops. The bottom dial is for your running seconds, and then we've got a 60-minute dial over on the left. As you can see, the dials themselves are dished, so they've got a nice kind of depth to them, and this is a sandwich dial, so the 12 o'clock and the batons are actually cutouts of the dial, and the loom is actually underneath, and then you've got a triangle at the 3, 6 and 9 position, which are sort of painted on indices, which have obviously got that kind of patinaed vintage loom look to them. Quickly going to go through the dimensions of this watch. So we've got a 42.5mm stainless steel case, so it's 14.4mm thick, and a lot of that is the domed crystal, and we'll talk about that later. Got a 22mm lug width and a 50mm lug to lug. So a fairly nice size watch, but being a quartz, this is lightweight. Talking of being a quartz, this is a Miyota 6S20 Japanese chronograph movement with, it's called a smooth motion center seconds. And as you can see there, so you've got, I wouldn't say smooth, but obviously it doesn't tick like a normal quartz does. So I'm just going to stop the timer. You get a nice ka-chunk when you press the timer, and then it indicates, so you've got your minutes, your seconds, and then your tenths of a second. And the reset is quite nice as well, a nice smooth reset, no flyback on this, and mine sets perfectly every time, so I'm really happy with all the alignment and things like that. And if these hands do go out of alignment, you can realign them, so that's not a problem. As you can see there, we've got a bidirectional GMT style bezel, which is nice. That's a little bit different. Piston style pushers and a signed crown just with DH on there. No screw down crown on this one, and we've only got 50 meters of water resistance. So let's just have a little look at the back. So we've got the SR71 Blackbird really sort of deeply engraved in the back there. As you can see, it's a limited edition. This is number 1392 of 1963. Stainless steel, 50 meters, 165 feet of water resistance, and then you've got Dan Henry and 1963. So a really nice case back, something a little bit different, and being a limited edition, you know that once these are sold, that's the end of it. Comes on actually a really nice Italian leather strap. Doesn't taper off, so that's not to everyone's style. Personally, I really like it, and it comes with quick releases. I have tried this on a couple of different straps, but I actually really like this strap, and I've now left it on there. The buckle there is brushed and signed DH. The little keeper there is stitched in place, so that ain't going nowhere, and then you've got your free moving keeper. It's wearing really nicely, as you can see there. I think this is one of those kind of water resistant, very similar to what Spinnaker do, because I have got this wet, and it's not like a leather that goes all like, you know, soggy like a chamois leather. This one seems to cope okay with a bit of water on it. Not that you'd want to go swimming with this particularly. While I've got it at that kind of angle, you can see there, this is a domed crystal. Now this is an interesting crystal. It's a mineral crystal with a sapphire and AR coating on it. So you might say that you've got the best of both worlds, or you might have issues in the future. Some people say that being as this is a laminated piece of glass, there is the possibility that it could delaminate in the future, but there's obviously no signs of that at all at the moment, and you know, I've not heard of that actually happening into anyone, so I'm perfectly happy with the crystal on this. As you can see, mine is in absolutely pristine condition, and there is a good reason for that, and it's not because I don't wear it a lot, but this has actually become my dress watch. Now, my dress watch prior to this was a Orient Bambino, but I wore this to a wedding just with a white shirt, you know, and a suit, and it kind of worked really well. It's thin enough to sort of slide under a cuff, as long as you're not too tight. And I think it works really nicely as a dress watch, and that's what I use it for. So I only wear this for special occasions and as a dress watch, and it works really well for that. But overall, a fantastic watch. I'm just going to pop it on the wrist for you. Wears really nicely. It's a nice sort of size watch. I do like chronographs. I like the 3-dial layout at the bottom. Adds a real nice bit of interest to the watch. It's actually a useful, you know, timer as well, so there's some functionality there. I really like the strap. I like the fact that it's quite chunky, and it's you know, it doesn't taper off. It's a really lightweight watch, this one, especially being on the leather strap as well. It's, you know, it's one of those you put on and you don't really know you're wearing it. It's so lightweight, but it's substantial enough to be sort of nice quality. You know, when you look at the brushing and the polishing of the case, it's absolutely, you know, top quality. And that's the idea of Dan Henry's watches. You know, you're getting top quality vintage style inspired pieces for, you know, a really reasonable amount of money. So I'd definitely suggest checking them out, because once these are gone, they're gone. I had an email from him the other day saying that a few of the models, I think the compressor style, the 1940s, run out, and the small version is gone, and the bigger version, there's only a few left, and I think it was the 1939 he's getting close to running out of as well. I don't know how many of these are left. You'd have to go and you know, contact him to find out. But not an expensive watch. Obviously it's a quartz. I don't mind a quartz when it comes to chronographs. I haven't got a problem with that, and I really like the action of the chronograph. So all in all, I absolutely love this watch. So this is Watch the Time. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your comments, your suggestions, your likes. I've got about 60 odd videos on watches. I've dedicated the channel now to watches. I'm doing reviews, all sorts of different watch related content coming up. I've got new watches all the time. There's a video coming up of this watch. I've got videos coming up, or I've just done actually videos, you might have seen them, of comparisons between the two turtles and the two monsters. I've also got a nice little field watch on the way, coming up soon. So subscribe, and you won't miss out on any future content. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Cheers, bye.